Hello everyone, welcome back to Anne's Book Reviews, or books and Anne, all the things. So today we are going to be reviewing Bonk by Mary Roach. So this is a fun one. All right. So can a person think herself to an orgasm? Can a dead man get an erection? Is vaginal orgasm a myth? Why doesn't Viagra help women, or for that matter, pandas? In Bonk, Mary Roach shows us how and why sexual arousal and orgasms, two of the most complex, delightful, and amazing scientific phenomena on Earth, can be so hard to achieve, and what science is doing to make the bedroom a more satisfying place. So, as you can tell, this one might not be for everyone. It is the curious coupling of science and sex. Now, I know that I did put up another book review for Mary Roach called Fuzz, and if you have not read that one, I highly recommend it. So she is a scientific journalist, and she is absolutely fabulous. Everything that I've read of hers, I just want more. I want her whole series. I'd love it autographed. I would become her best friend. She is so funny. And I love her footnotes probably more than anything. It just kind of gives me a little glimpse into what this person is like, and following her around would never be boring. So this one is obviously about science and sex, and it sounds, some people might think it sounds, vulgar. It is not. It is not vulgar. There are certain things in it that you walk away thinking, oh my God, I didn't know that. There were even some things, I am a fact checker. I don't know if you guys do that. If I read something in a book and I'm like, is that true? I don't know if I believe you. But it's actually accurate. Everything that she talks about is fun and funky and wonderful, and things I didn't know about the history of sex. And it's not really the history, it's science and sex. So studying what it must be like for a sex scientist, I'm not really sure what they're called, to to talk about and to study. How on earth would you go to a Christmas party and be like, well, Bob, what do you do for a living? I'm like, well, I study, sex. That's what I do. Like, I just would love to be a fly on the wall and watch people's face turn all sorts of fun colors, because I imagine you get a ton of fun responses. The book was simply wonderful. Like I said, there's a ton of science in it and sex. There is sometimes whenever she talks about certain things, like they were talking about, without giving away spoilers, they did talk about things like different things they have tried in the past and what they're currently trying to help men maintain an erection, or get a thicker, fuller phallus, I guess. And that is a lot of work. Oh my goodness. I applaud you, brave souls, for wanting to experiment with that. Oh my goodness. So, but if you're curious, I know I'm not giving a lot away about what it's about. It really is just different. So she talks about different things and stories, anecdotes, of how people study sex and what that looks like, and the research that goes into it. And that is what is fascinating, I think. I was surprised there were certain, they were talking about like toys or machines or things like that, and gatherings, and I did not know that was a thing. Now I know. So I am ever curious. The topic of sex, obviously, as I do in my book reviews, I do not shy away from it. It doesn't make me embarrassed. If you are a little more conservative and talking about sex makes you uncomfortable, then this probably isn't the book for you. But if you're curious, and as I said, it is not pornographic at all. It not even close to erotica. In fact, on my little lusty meter, I gave it like a 2, because they are talking about sex. I obviously, wouldn't give it to a child to read. But I don't think that it would be outside of the basis for maybe a teenager or young adult. If you're learning about and talking about the things, she talks about it in a very scientific, matter-of-fact manner. And it is, part of human life. It does happen. So I love that she just keeps it matter-of-fact. And in fact, my romance novels that I just did a book on, I gave it a 7 on the lusty meter because it's a very different feel. It's, it is building up, the steamy scene and then completing it. There's a lot of, scenes where they're talking about it, and that's really common in, novels and things, especially romance novels, and I read a ton of those. Or even, I've even read it in sci-fi and things like that. So this is not like that. There is no buildup of sex. If anything, it is funny whenever you talk about, like, at one point, I think she convinced her husband, she's a journalist, so she's trying to get in and figure out how they do this study, and she can't get in. She wants to just, so then she volunteers, her and her husband, to participate in this, research. And I just imagine how awesome that dude has to be. Just like, you did what? Okay, like, I love you so much, wonderful woman. Because I just think so, things like that, again, not naughty, it's not like that, but you will walk away better informed. I borrowed this book from a good friend of mine. Thank you so much, you're wonderful, you know who you are. And I will buy it. Speaking of buying, it is a little more pricey. But Amazon is the winner, actually. I was really surprised. I found it on Amazon for $4. What? Yes. Sign me up. Pick me. I want that one. And then that's paperback. Hardcover I found for $36, which is a huge jump. And then thrift books I found for $5.09, and I will probably go there. Or a used bookstore. Do love the small bookstores. Please support local if you can. If not, thrift books. And then Barnes and Noble, I found the ebook for $12.99, the hardcover for almost $50. Holy crap. And then the paperback for $16.95. Like I said, loved it. Gold star all the way. I would read it like once a year just because I think it's super fun and funny, and it lifts my spirits at the same time, educating me and taking me down a new rabbit hole. And I love learning new things. That's probably my favorite thing about books, is learning new things and using it as a springboard to learn about new other cool fun things. So if you would like, and if you are not too shy or timid in that area, check out Bonk. If not, and it's not your cup of tea, and you're like, I'm gonna pass on this one, Anne, not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. But I would encourage you, if you don't want to check out Bonk, check out Mary Roach's other ones. She has a ton of great books, and she is a fantastic author. Truly, truly enjoyed her. So that is it for today. I'm done with all of my book reviews. Thank you so much for watching and appreciating me and having patience while I was gone for months at a time. And I will do my best to be better at getting them up consistently. Let me know if there's any books you'd like me to review. If one that maybe you don't have time to read, or you want to read but haven't gotten to, or you just want my thoughts on, be happy to read and give you my opinion. Yes, please give me an excuse to read. Oh, goodness. Yeah, as you can tell, I don't need a lot of encouragement in that department. But little nudge, right? Little nudge. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.